Hi, this is Harry from Spurs TV, back with another match review video. So Spurs faced Galatasaray and lost 3-2 in the Europa League, the first loss actually of our Europa League adventure, or European adventure, what you want to call it. So first of all, let's go on with the starting lineup. And as expected, made a ton of changes in a game that I don't think he should have made changes, but I'll leave that for a sec. Forster was in goal. I mean, I don't know if that's much of a big difference between Forster and Vicario right now in terms of set pieces, but yeah, Forster came in, much to a lot of people's dismay. The back line included Porro, Dragusin Davies, who I think kind of had to start regardless of if you're going to rest players or not, and Archie Gray played at left back. Keep hold of your ears about him. And then the midfield was Madison, Bissouma, and Bergvall, and our strike force included Lancashire, who, to his credit, did get his first goal before getting sent off, and Son, who, again, another person to talk about, I guess, and Johnson. So Ange made a lot of changes, and I think it was kind of the wrong changes, and it was also to our detriment. And going to Ipswich, I guess, on the weekend with bad momentum, but I do think I'm just going to go straight with it. I think the team selection was diabolical from the beginning. I probably would play Vicario instead of Forster because I just think he's just a better goalkeeper. Even if he's a little bit better, I'd rather see Vicario than the Forster. I wouldn't have played Gray at left back. I probably wouldn't even played him. I would have stuck just with a Dogi and kept the normal back four of what we got left of it, really. My midfield would have included Bissouma, Bentancur and Kulusevski. And then I would have probably taken off one of them at half-time for a rest. Things were going well because I noticed he brought on Bentancur and Kulusevski at half-time rather than the other way around. And then the strike force, Lancashire, as we'll talk about later on, Solanke should have started. And for me, Son, I guess this is the problems we're having now where Son cannot last the 90. He doesn't have the legs for it anymore because he's a lot older and he can't play on the left-hand side anymore. I think I remember there was only one instance in that whole first half before he got raked off for Bentancur that he actually, took a player on. Mikey Moore surprisingly didn't travel with the squad. I don't know if he's injured or something, but for me, Ange should play way more senior players because those youngsters got cooked by the Galatasaray players. Osimhen scored 2. But the biggest gripe for me is the high line. Again, we're exposed with the high line, a few balls over the top. And on top of that, the faffing around the back again, I just cannot watch this anymore. It's okay to pass around the back, but there's instances where, as I'll allude to one of the Galatasaray's goals just now, when Davies plays the ball into Dragusin, and you can clearly see 3 Galatasaray players kind of harassing Dragusin, but they're like in and around him before Davies plays the pass. And this is why I think it's down to Ange. It's not because we can see the goal quite similar to this. Well, not exactly the same way, but quite similar away to Palace the other week, where Romero played a very interesting ball over the top to Van de Ven, which he did actually play in the game before that. And this is, for me, down to the stylistic of the manager. We don't have to play out every time, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch us play out every time because there's some instances when you just can't. Okay, if the team are dropping off a bit, the opposition team are dropping off a bit and you have the space, cool, play it out the back. But there was clearly players around Dragusin. The first 20, half, really, and plus the first few minutes of the second half as well, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but Galatasaray all over us. So the best thing to do in that instance is to just get rid of the ball, man. When you're under pressure, to relieve the pressure, you play the ball long. I'm not asking us to do it long every time, but there are circumstances where you have to play it long. And tonight showed that they bloody are because we were playing ourselves. I think Galatasaray probably had 30 shots or something, but most of the chances were created by us, not even by them. Their pressing, to their credit, was unbelievable, but we created most of their chances because we were faffing around the back. And some people tell me, well, they need to learn the style. The players need to learn. No. I'm not having that argument anymore because last season, after 10 games, everyone was saying, we learned the style, the players learned the style, so they can't just run it, right? Yeah. Archie Gray left back, wasted. Bergvall, I thought, was just a rabbit in headlights the whole game. Johnson, yeah, he got the assist, but I think he was, again, just not up for the battle, really. And the midfield 3, like I alluded to with Bergvall, apart from Bissouma, I thought Maddison was poor in it. Again, he's not the kind of player I associate with a game like this. Like, more, I would have saved Maddison for Ipswich personally. That's just my opinion. But and Solanke obviously did a world of good when he came on after Lancashire got sent off, and actually gave us something to hit at least. And we still wouldn't play it long as well, which is so frustrating. But Galatasaray really showed us that, and it's a big battle game. We just can't do it. We don't have the players to do it. Or the manager in this game didn't even give the players a chance that should have played to do it. Yeah, what can you do? Apparently, Ange's a saving. I can criticise him. But yeah, for me, I did expect the loss, but that's mainly because I expected him to play a team like he played. And it pisses me off that he does, because we go into Ipswich and a lot of people talk about momentum and we lost our games. But when you think about it, was it surprising we lost Galatasaray? Not just because Galatasaray, but our away form is atrocious, and tonight just showed it again. And some people may point to the fight back with 10 men. Well, I'm just going to say this. All the damage was done in the first half, and we didn't really have, especially with 10 men, didn't really have enough in us to get 2 goals. Like, we were lucky to really get the first one, because Galatasaray kind of fell asleep. But they just totally deserved to beat us. We didn't deserve anything out of that game. And I guess we move on to Ipswich. And some people say Ipswich game is like a bounce back game. Well, so I don't really believe that, because I think we should be beating Ipswich if we beat Galatasaray tonight. Or draw against Galatasaray tonight, regardless if we lost or not. So, and we're at home as well. So I hope your rests pay off, because I don't think you could have needed to rest that many players tonight. We kind of need the big guns tonight, and maybe, like I said, save Maddison for the weekend, where he can probably have more of the ball. And yep, we lost. But we move, and apparently, yeah, we're going to watch the same style and probably do the same mistakes again. But the away form is a massive red flag. The constant playing out the back when we shouldn't be doing it is a massive red flag, because I'm sorry, the some circumstances you just don't do it. The high line, people don't like to admit, but it was really exposed against that. That's right. Like, honestly, they were just playing for us like mad. And yeah, obviously there's like a quality, but I'm saving our time for getting to that.